Well, hello. It sure has been one heck of a weekend. But now it's over. Now we're back on to the weekdays. But the weekends, they'll be back. Just gotta keep moving till you get to them. Anywho, today, with everything we talked about, what I want to focus on today is document management within Cursor. So we've talked about how Cursor can be a code editor. We did a quick can you build me an app real quick with just like a little bit of guidance? We're gonna take it a different direction and just say, what if I'm not a developer? What other outputs are there from my job where I can kind of create some efficiencies and help myself out with some of the stuff that I could do in Cursor. So, um, ultimately, I think what this breaks down to is having a mindset of if I can create a pattern, if I can create a template for it to follow, likely I can replicate that flow regularly. So that's what we're going to try and do today is establish patterns and replicate flows. So we're going to do this in a couple of different contexts. We're going to start with some fun contexts and work towards some more serious contexts that are maybe a little bit more work related. So bear with me, go on this journey with me, and just have some fun. All right, so let's jump into this. I've got Cursor open. I'm going to open up a new folder. And this folder I'm just going to call, what should we call it? Let's call this D ampersand D. It's my Dungeons and Dragons folder. All right, we're going to open that. And what I'm going to envision this as a person that plays Dungeons and Dragons and manage a group of player Dungeons and Dragons. I'm going to use this as one of the games that I play. So we refer to them as dungeon masters. So as a dungeon master, I have a whole bunch of notes and ideas, and I'm world building and writing stories and character definitions and world and city definitions. And so I've got to build out all this stuff and help orchestrate it together. So I need to create a folder structure that helps me do that. So I'm going to ask the system to help me do that. And let's see what it comes up with. As a dungeon master in this D&D folder, I need a hierarchy of folders that help me organize the game that I'm managing. Like we have cities and towns. We've got people. We've got maybe lore, overarching story. We've got artifacts, items that people might come across that have like special value within the game that I've created. So I need a place to organize these and store them so that I can find them. And then all of them need a template as well, so that as I create more, we can just kind of follow the template. So as an artifact within all of these files, what I'd like you to do is create a template for each of these sections, and I want to be all caps. Like, in fact, why don't you do like 0_template so it's always at the top of the folder, so that it's easy for me to find the template. Let's do that. So I've given it a lot of instructions. One of the primary instructions that I hope you heard in that and that you get is I told it to name the template 0_template so that it's always at the top of the list. There's other ways we could have done that to get there, but I just want my template to be at the top of the list so that we can always reference the template when I create more files. So I'm going to send that off. We're going to let it do its thing. So we have some documents created here, right? So I have artifacts, items, region, location, and location is the markdown for both cities and towns, I guess. And then we have a lore, an NPC, and a quest. So let's do this. So I have been using ChatGPT to manage my game currently. Um, and I have several characters and um, cities to add in here. So I'm going to come in here and get all the cities that are in here. And there are 7 of them that have been defined so far at a very high level. And what I'm going to do now is come back over here and I'm going to say we need to add these 7 cities into the locations area using the template. Hold on, before we do that, let's look at this template here. If I select the tab, I can hit Command Shift P and I can open up a preview, which we've talked about in another video. So we've got an overview, we've got descriptions, we've got governments and politics, notable locations, notable NPCs, which is good. We've got economy, plot, secrets and lore, and notes. Okay, so this is the fun part because as a DM, I might have some ideas, but I also might not. So also be creative and fill in all the other spots and like fill it out a little bit more for us so that we have more notable things to work with in each of these cities and kind of their local governments and politics. The notes from the other one. All right, so now it's going to make several cities based on this for us. So we've got Piraeus. It took a little bit of going back and forth, but hey, look, here we are. We have all these cities put in place, and if I were to open up the preview, it's not too bad. It's a magical flame that burns atop a golden pyramid. Then it changes color based on the city's mood and serves as both a spiritual center and a source of magical energy. I mean, who would have guessed that it would add all of that additional information for me? Like I said, like it's helping me build out my world. It's got economy, notable trade, plot hooks, secret and lore notes, and there's stuff that I'm gonna have to go in there and update because the players have already visited here, and some of this isn't going to make sense. So that's just one look into this. Let's try this again. So I'm going to come in here to File, and I'm going to just say open a new window, which is a trick I learned from my boss. So now we're back at this state, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit. We're going to open up a project, and I'm going to just I'm going to say new folder. I'm going to call this Family Meal Plan. Create. So now we're in the family meal plan folder. And so now I would like to create a family meal plan stuff, right? So I just gave it the list. So we'll see what it's going to do with that. So if I come in here to shopping list, it's got the weekly shopping list. And it looks like it's also outputting the monthly one right now. Put this in a markdown file at the root called reference material, and we're going to use this to build out the meal plans and the weekly plan section. Just use it as like a source of knowledge while you build it all out. Now I gotta come back over here again and copy it. We can come in here, paste it. All right. While this is going, we're gonna step into the next thing. Because this should just be able to run in the background. So I'm gonna go up here and go File, New Window. I'm gonna zoom this in a little bit. And we're gonna do New Folder. And I'm gonna do Emails. So now I've got an email folder. And so I'm coming here and just say, for my job, I have to write a lot of emails. There are multiple email structures, though, that I like to follow given what the subject is and what I have to do. One email I have to email hits everybody in the company to let them know about an outage or a system issue or failure within the company. And so that needs to be concise and to the point up front, and then have more details later on if people require more information. So I need a template for that. And I would like a folder for this that template is in, and I want the template to start, its name start with 0, so it's always at the top. Then I would like another one. This one goes to regional leadership to let them know about apps that we're releasing in the near future, or features that are being added to apps they're already using. And so this is just kind of like a heads up to let them know about the features. So I'd like that template to be created and exist as well. And then I would like another template in another folder section. This one goes out to my teammates, and this is to share cool discoveries with them that I've found that usually have like a YouTube video link and a link to like some app that they can download and use and try, or some new technology or blog post link. And so I like to just be able to speak to it and then use these templates to output emails so they get consistent results. And in that one, I would like there to be a TLDR section at the top that just says, go here, watch this, read this, whatever, based on the type of link that it is. So that was a lot. We'll see how it handles the structure. So it created templates. Let's see if it gets all these in here. So system outages. And then I can show you the fun part of this as we wrap up this video. So it should be wrapping up right now. Cool. So it made the templates for me. And obviously you'd go through these and make these templates yours and make them better for yourself. But I want to show you what's kind of nice about these templates. So I'm going to hit a new chat. I'm just going to come in here and say, you can see how I was on the system outage when I hit new chat. So it has it selected here. I could hit this and like add it, but the system outage one is the one I want to work with. And I just want to say, hey, I've got a system outage. It's for our dispatch software. It's not operating at all. So anyone that serves a dispatching function to help plan and help drivers dispatch our equipment to the customers who are renting it or to move it around from within our own branches, that the software is down and non-functional at the moment. Based on the template, can you ask me questions that I can answer for you so you can fill out the template completely for me? So the key thing about the template is it now knows what's all the info that we need, and it's going to ask me all these questions. So I can then just read through these questions and answer it. What is the exact name of the dispatch software system that is down? It's called the Dynamic Dispatch. It's the best dispatching software in the world. When did the outage start? It started last night at 7 p.m. All users are currently affected. All regions and locations are affected. There are currently no alternatives. We're asking people to use our system along with using text messages to interact with the drivers, because they won't be able to use the mobile app for our drivers. The technical team has been notified. They've been working on it for the last couple of minutes and have not been able to find the initial cause, and there is no estimated time on the resolution yet. We will be updating them shortly. In the meantime, dispatchers should be using text messages and our core rental system. Are there any other manual backup process they should follow? Nope. Just make sure to write everything down so that you know where to get it, or make sure it's in the our initial system. For contact information, if there's any urgent concerns related to it, please talk to your manager. Please do not contact support about this issue, as we are aware, and it is being worked on. You will hear from us within an hour, in 1 hour, unless we have updates before then. And so then here is the template that was filled out. And if we were to go to the markdown preview, you can see what it might look like in an email format, and it's got like my subject, it's got all this information. Do not contact support about this issue anymore, because they're being slammed by everybody most likely. So anywho, I can add this stuff here. I could have that as part of the template, so it just fills it out. And now everyone's going to get a kind of consistent template every time I have to send out this email, and it's going to prompt me and ask the questions, and I can answer them. If I don't have answers, I can go get it. Once I have all the answers, it'll build the email for me. So I hope that was helpful for all of you to kind of see how you can use this to connect to some of the repetitive work you might have to create templates. And then you can, if you set up dictation, you can just talk at it. You can also just kind of type it up and like answer the questions you're typing. It's all good. But this is just a way to kind of help yourself be consistent in outputting nice looking documents that are going to work in most email clients, or documents that are going to help you stay organized with like food, or manage your friends and family playing Dungeons and Dragons. Like whatever your use case is, if you create templates, you can ask it to help you fill out the templates. Or you can also just tell it to fill out the template with fun stuff if it can be fun, if it's not needing to be factual, it can make it up really well for you. So, hey, hope you had fun. This is one easy hack for me that I've been using a lot to just help me be consistent in my document output. It's fun. It keeps me organized and keeps me sane, and I'm not organized, but I'm usually pretty sane. Anywho, buckle up, have fun on the adventure. We'll see you next time.